In just over an hour, Woolworths will attempt to end the strike action that has plagued the supermarket giant for 16 days after more than 1,500 workers across 4 distribution centres locked down their facilities over failed negotiations around pay and working conditions. The strike has left some supermarket shelves across Victoria and New South Wales stripped in scenes pretty similar to the pandemic. Joining me now is supermarket retail expert Lisa Asher. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So the strike has been going on for 2 weeks now, making headlines. People can't get their toilet paper, their bread, all sorts of things. The Fair Work Commission steps in today. Now what happens?
Yes, so this is where I think both sides will be able to come with a better mediator, and hopefully some plans will be put in place to hear those concerns and remedy it so they can get back to work and continue to work on those discussions. But they had been negotiating for 3 months prior with Woolworths prior to the strike occurring.
So the workers want different pay and conditions. Could you explain what they want and whether it's reasonable?
Yes, so they're wanting a 25% pay increase, which is actually quite considerable, and then future increases. So they also want an end to a framework which was recently introduced regarding productivity. So there is video surveillance which tracks them and each team member in terms of their going abouts and what they're doing to ensure they hit particular productivity targets. And so it's like Big Brother watching, and so if you can't trust your staff to do the jobs that they're required to do, or if they're not hitting particular productivity metrics, then those then it can cause or create outcomes which are not necessarily safe, and it could have an adverse outcome like more worker compensation claims because people are having to do things to keep up with a particular pace if they keep increasing it over time.
Do other supermarket warehouses have that sort of video stuff?
Yes, so I was very surprised. I mean, it's been reported in the news a little bit about the surveillance that's going on, and it's very much like what they would do at Amazon in the US, but we have much better labour laws in Australia. So I think ultimately if they're being forced to be so much more productive and there's very little extra money there, I can see the point of why they're frustrated, particularly as we've had food go up, we've had utilities and also housing costs, and so they're really feeling the pinch. And so I hope that there's some sort of middle ground or like Christmas bonuses or something like that to sort of help them with their needs right now and work through what is fair and acceptable. But I do wonder about overstepping lines when it comes to this monitoring of productivity.
Yeah, but the very things they're stacking the shelves with are just going up all the time and people can't afford it. Thank you very much for your insight.